Last week, I got a really curious comment on one of my litter walk videos saying, "What is so sacred about it?" And I'll also link that video in the links below. Now, the context is this. In the litter walk, I start by saying that I'm going to clean up this sacred spot. So, most likely, that person was asking, what is so sacred about it? Now, first of all, that comment could be coming from any intention, right? Any context, I don't know. But I'm going to assume that it's not a sarcastic comment, it's just a curious comment. So I would like to respond and share what my perspective is so that any of you watching can understand what do I mean when I say this and how I am perceiving or trying to perceive things so that I can make positive contributions in my community and in my life, right? So here's my perspective, which I'm building. We all go to places of worship, if not all, majority of us do, right? And even if you don't go to a place of worship like a church or a temple or a mosque, you have a safe spot. Maybe it could be a room in your home, which is your safe, sacred spot. Or it could be a really beautiful park somewhere, right? Where you feel connected, where you feel empowered, where you feel joyful. You may not call it sacred, but that's actually the underlying meaning, underlying essence of that place for you, right? But now, if we look at it, all those places which are safe, where we thrive, where we feel connected, which are sacred in a way, they all exist on this one big, beautiful planet called Earth, right? And if we didn't have the Earth, none of those sacred spots could exist. Now, when we go to these sacred places of worship or your safe spots, we all try to keep them clean, right? We don't like them to be messy. And that's what I meant, that our communities are sacred spaces. Because if we take that perspective, then we would like to clean, or we would try to keep our communities clean, and we would not litter everywhere, but we'll make sure that wherever dustbins are, or we carry that litter with us and take it back to home, or find a bin where we can put it, right? Because this earth is sacred, because everything that is sacred to us exists on this beautiful planet. So that was my perspective of saying that this sacred spot, and this is a sacred spot I'm going to clean, right? Other thing I would like to share is that it's, at the end of the day, it's a perspective. Let's say there's a church. For somebody who follows that belief system, that church is a sacred place. But somebody who doesn't follow, or somebody who's fanatic, may even hate that place. We have seen people destroying or burning or putting hateful graffiti on other people's places of worship. It has happened back in the history, it's happening even now. So at the end of the day, it's a perception. Something that is sacred for you may not be sacred for others, right? But I would like to feel that if we take that perception of sanctity and sacredness towards our communities and the places we live, we not only lift and create more beautiful communities, that feeling of sacredness also purifies us, because that sacredness then starts to dwell within us, right? Then we start to see every single simple thing as sacred, something to be appreciated, something to be cared for. And when we care for something, those feelings of care, compassion, and kindness not only benefit others, but first of all, they are generated within us, within our heart, within our mind, and first of all, they benefit us. So that's why I like to take that perspective that I'm cleaning this sacred spot. And that's what I would like to share with you all. And maybe if you can take that perspective and start applying in your life and see how that helps you. And that's it for today. Love, peace, and health. Om Shanti.